If you guys need help finding your true voice, finding whatever you need, finding your path, finding whatever the hell it is, I fucking got you. I do that shit for a living. I eat, sleep, breathe, dookie, shower, make music, go on fucking walks down State Street and do nothing but help people find their path. Help people see things that are beautiful, that are phenomenal, that are true, that are passionate, that are freeing, that are embodying of all the things that they want them to be. I got you. To a T, Arcturian blood, what up? Hey guys, welcome home. It is I, your boy Keith, bringer of, how does it go? Entertainment, knowledge, information, and entertainment? Something like that. Anywho, I wanted to tell you guys about the Starseed story about the Arcturus race. So I'm not sold on anything really when it comes to aliens and species and visiting the planet and all the conspiracy theories. I've seen firsthand UFOs, so I believe in UFOs. I believe that we're being visited, but under what circumstances, what they're doing, how they're doing it, the different species and races, the different stories you hear. Without hard proof, I tend to not necessarily be a believer. Though I love all of it, and I probably know more than most about it. But that being said, I wanted to share a story about my Arcturian origins, if you will. So when I was a kid, I must have been 11 years old, we used to play a game called Diablo, a computer game, religiously with my homie Mark. I wrote a story. Well, it wasn't even a story. It was like 2 pages long. I actually never finished it because I was writing it at my buddy's house on his computer because I didn't have a computer. But I named him and so he was Mesheef. He was a barbarian from some desert land. He was a barbarian named Mesheef. That was his character. My character was Arcturus, and I was a paladin, which is a sort of warrior priest, like a priest warrior almost. Armor, shield, sword, but his specialties were like defense, creating these auras around people that in your tribe that like gave them extra defense against magic or defense against fire, defense against physical damage, whatever. Like the paladin was the holy warrior essentially, and that was so I was Arcturus, the holy warrior. My boy Mark was Mesheef, the barbarian, who was just like brute, physical, wielded 2 weapons at a time and just like fucked shit up. And I named him Arcturus. I'm not sure why, and I just did. And as I got older, I realized that there was also a street called Arcturus that I grew up around. It was further from my house, but it was there too. There was We the Arcturians, a book about the Arcturian race, and it's a lady who channels the Arcturians and gives messages and things like that. I started reading it, didn't really like it too much because it was almost very preachy on the Jesus Christ and Christianity, and like I was afraid that it was going to say this is the way, Jesus is the way, Christ is the way. So I like put it down before I even really gave it a chance. Someone gave that book to me. They were like, oh, they're saying this is. I was at a crystal shop or spiritual shop here in Summerlin. I was like, oh, this is interesting. The Arcturians. I remember I wrote a story about the Arcturians when I was a kid, and I named myself Arcturus. Like, what a coincidence, you know? And I was telling my friend this story, and she's like, oh my god, you're an Arcturian Starseed, this and that. And I was just laughing because, like, cool, yeah, coincidences, yeah, it's great. But I told her, I was like, yo, I wrote a story when I was a kid and I was Arcturus, and I couldn't find the story. It was lost to time. I was saying there's no way. This was a decade and a half ago, and I swear to God, a week later, my dad sends me a picture, and it's the floppy drive. If you guys know what floppies are, if you're the younger crowd, you probably don't know what floppy disks are, but they look like SD cards, but way bigger and hold way less information. And that's where the story was, and it just said story on it, written in my little 12-year-old handwriting. And Dad sends me a picture, and it says, look what I found in the garage, and I was cleaning out some boxes. Is this yours? And it was a floppy disk that said story, and I said, oh my god, Pops, yes, that's mine. It's a story I wrote when I was maybe 11 years old, 12 years old, and maybe even younger than that, because I was at Danny's house. I was young, anywhere from 9 to 12, and he was like, oh, what, really? That's cool. So he goes to the store for me, prints it out at Kinko's, like, with their drive, and then gives it to me, gives me the floppy disk with the story, and it's like, it starts off, I am Arcturus. It's in my glove compartment in my car. I left it in there because it was so crazy that this happened. I hadn't heard from it in maybe a decade and a half. The girl gives me the book at Sacred Place. Everything, the timing couldn't have been better, basically, is what I'm getting at. And I read the story. The story is, it's cool. It's written Lord of the Rings-esque, because I am still all about Lord of the Rings. Oh, it was so cool. It was so strange that all this happened within a matter of a couple of weeks of not coming across it in such a long time. I'm curious if any of you guys have experience with Starseed stuff, with weird synchronicities that came together as this one did for myself. And I mean, the interesting thing was, when I looked up the Arcturian species and what they're known for, it seemed very relevant as far as they were. I can't remember in depth. Like I said, this is a couple years ago, but just look it up. I'm just gonna look it up. Arcturian race. We're gonna read about the Arcturians. By the way, I'm probably gonna title this video, I am an Arcturian Starseed. Mostly joking, but kind of not joking, but kind of hopefully not joking, but mostly joking. The Arcturians are an alien race that hails from the blue planet orbiting the red giant star Arcturus, which happens to be the name that I gave myself at 11 years old, when I didn't even know what the hell was going on with this. So strange. In the Boots constellation. Here are some of the traits of the Arcturians. Feel like they're the black sheep in their family. If you only knew my story. This could not be more true. I have a story that I can't share yet, but I will soon, that fucking nails that on the head. Drawn to the night sky, astronomy, and aliens. Of course, I'm doing a YouTube channel as I am. I can stare at the night sky forever. Tend to have lower blood pressure. That's one that I didn't know. My blood pressure has always been substantially under, and I eat a lot of salt too, which is weird. That's interesting. I'm definitely an Arcturian Starseed. Drawn to the paranormal, metaphysics. I'm sure a lot of Starseeds are. That's not too specific. Drawn to sacred geometry, key lines, ancient civilizations. I'm sure a lot of Starseeds are that as well. That's not too specific. Fundamental sciences like quantum physics. Hold their opinions strongly. I definitely hold my opinions strongly. Even when I know I'm not right, I'll hold my opinion strongly to see if I've got it within me to articulate in such a way that I can make myself sound right, which is a terrible habit, but is an excellent exercise of mental will. Interested in advanced technology, science, and mathematics. Absolutely. Because you got your people out there who talk about want to be grassroots and want to live in huts and want to be like the natives again and don't like technology and say we're ending the world. I say push civilization to the brink. I never want to live in a hut. I never, ever want to live in a hut. Aesthesia. Oh, yeah. The production of a sense impressing relating to one sense of the body, or no, definitely don't have. Oh, maybe a little bit. I'm going to take psychedelics. Maybe gifted musicians, mathematicians, or scientists. I fucking slay the musician life. Just to let you guys know. And I didn't even know this. See, I'm getting my mind blown with you. We're getting our mind blown live, in action. Strong memories. I have a phenomenal memory with things that I enjoy. If you put something in front of me that I enjoy, that I like, that I find interesting, I'll remember everything. But then there's some things like the names of people and other stuff birthdays that I just suck at. So extremely empathetic. Yeah, but I block it out most of the time. Very sensitive to sounds, lights, smells, chemicals. Yes, I take showers with goggles on because the chemicals in the water turn my eyes bloodshot. And I haven't been in a pool in about a decade because it turns my skin to ash, and I'm not about it. Very sensitive to sounds, lights, smells. Oh, I did that one. Like to ask deep philosophical questions. So obviously I have a channel. All right. This feels getting awfully long. You guys still with me? Should I just keep going? Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep going. Traits of Arcturian beings. Beings from Arcturus are focused on ushering the new Earth, the new future on Earth. Fuck yeah, I'm all about the new future. I'm tired of this shit. All about the new future. in relation to technology, community living that is based on balance and sustainability. They have agreed to help Earth by acting as a spirit guides and by incarnating onto Earth as starseeds. Operate on a spiritual level, connecting with many individuals here on Earth. Arcturian Starseeds operate on a physical level, are acting as teachers. Beings from Arcturus are also big on helping individuals align with their true selves and find their true voice and spread the truth of the universe. Yes, absolutely. You guys needed help. If you guys need help finding your true voice, finding whatever you need, finding your path, finding whatever the hell it is, I fucking got you. I do that shit for a living. I eat, sleep, breathe, dookie, shower, make music, go on fucking walks down State Street and do nothing but help people find their path. Help people see things that are beautiful, that are phenomenal, that are true, that are passionate, that are freeing, that are embodying of all the things that they want them to be. I got you. To a T, Arcturian blood, what up? Where are my Arcturian folk at? If you feel you're an Arcturian, leave me a fucking comment. I know I usually don't believe things unless I have hard evidence, but I'm allowing myself this one, alright? I'm allowing myself this one. Like to use their vast foundational knowledge and apply it to use in physical applications, so they will use their knowledge of sacred geometry mathematics to design communities and homes. I don't do that, but I do use sacred geometry to design the songs that I write. They will also develop new sources of energy or new methods of harnessing energy. Call me Tesla, baby, what up? There is a theme of taking divine knowledge from the spiritual world and using it to manifest divine technology into the physical world. Now, in my book, I talk about just that, 7 pillars of humanity. It's called 7 pillars. I'll put it in the description. If I forget, leave a comment and remind me, please, because I always forget to add it to the description. I talk about using divine knowledge to implement creations here on the physical world. That's actually exactly what the point of divine knowledge is, because everything that is divine operates on every level due to the law of correspondence, as above, so below. What up, baby? Anything that exists in the spiritual plane will have a mental, or well, the mental is the original, and then it will have an emotional, which is the second tier, and then the lowest tier is the physical. So they all replicate on each plane. So the trick is, take that original spiritual knowledge and find its counterpart, find its corresponding counterpart in the mental or in the emotional and in the physical world. I got you. It's all in my book. Hit me up if you want one-on-ones. I got you either way. Or just keep watching, subscribe to the channel. It's everywhere. I have the information everywhere. You can pay for it. You can get it for free. You can get it in the book. You do what you want, but it's there, you guys. Help me help you. Arcturian starseeds are born with varying degrees of well-integrated Arcturian energy. Some starseeds have very poorly integrated Arcturian karma or very well-integrated Arcturian energy. I would say mine is poor to well. I'm like in the poor Arcturian energy and moving up to the well, but we'll get there. If karma is poorly integrated, the ego will not accept the energy and will feel shame and guilt if that energy is expressed. Damn, that's true. I definitely have felt shame and guilt in the expression of my self, unfortunately. For example, if someone secretly loves cosplay but cannot bear to participate in cosplay because they fear social rejection of friends, they have poorly integrated energy in relation to cosplay. It works the same way with Arcturian themes of harmonious, balanced social connections. I've wanted to do cosplay for the longest time, you guys, and partly is because it does happen around here, but partly is because it's just not convenient for me to do it, and because I've been like, I don't know, like people would think that's weird. Like I was a jock in high school, played baseball, and I was MVP of my teams and was on scholarship for baseball in San Francisco. Like I was just, and then to be running around in cosplay, like I haven't read this website before. It's just hitting all the nails home. So if you're still here with me, I'm at 23 minutes, which means we're running out of time on the card. So I'll try to be quick. So I feel like at this point, it's only the Arcturian Starseeds who are still watching this video. So glad to have you here. If you hear a loud hum in the background, it's my computer. It's hot outside, and it makes the computer fan run loud. So traits of Arcturian Starseeds with poorly integrated Arcturian karma. myself, maybe some of you guys too, Arcturian starseeds with poorly integrated Arcturian energy typically feel very alone and disconnected from the rest of the collective consciousness. I used to, not so much anymore. I'm getting better with that. They feel like there is an intellectual or communication disconnect that is preventing them from making connections with other people. Definitely. Absolutely. But like, it's getting better, like I said. It's getting better. They will have a very difficult time connecting to the collective consciousness, meaning they aren't very intuitive or empathic. I'm up and down with my intuitiveness, and my empathy is definitely up and down. They support capitalism even when it destroys poor communities and the environment. I low-key support capitalism. I'll go into that for another video, but I definitely support capitalism. Definitely over socialism. I mean, we've seen where socialism goes, and it's failed fucking miserably at the cost of millions of lives from a number of different systems. So I definitely choose capitalism, and I'll make another video on that. But that's interesting that's very specific. They support capitalism. Traits of Arcturian starseeds with well-integrated Arcturian karma. Starseeds with very well-integrated Arcturian energy are very likely to be empathic and connected to the collective consciousness. Okay, they'll give them strong intuition, obviously the opposite of the poorly integrated. They're likely to feel connected to the collective consciousness and to other people. All right, they support industries that support fair trade, renewable energy, and sustainable footprint. See, I support industries that support fair trade, renewable energy, and sustainable footprint. Like that, you can be capitalist and still support industries under fair trade. I mean, capitalism isn't like a conscious entity that's saying fuck the environment. The capitalist system is only making an output of the input. The input of capitalism is people not caring about the environment and spending money on companies that destroy the environment. Whereas people could easily change the input of capitalism, use their money to speak, use their money as an input, use their money to support companies that support fair trade, and you will have a total shift in the way capitalism is run. So that's partly why I support capitalism, because capitalism is the best thing we have, and it isn't inherently bad. It's dictated by what people spend, and if capitalism is shitty and destroying the world, it's not capitalism, you guys. I'm sorry, it's you. So don't blame the system for your shitty spending habits.